Hello viewers, welcome once again to our online teaching series. Today we have a very interesting question here in chemistry. A small drop of oil has a volume of 5 times 10 raised to 8 minus 8 meter cube. When it is placed onto the surface of clean water, it forms a circular film of 0.1 meter square. Calculate the thickness of the oil molecule. How do we solve this problem? This actually illustrates what we call the oil film experiment in our particulate nature of matter. Now, how do we solve this problem? Let's solve this problem together. First and foremost, let's get the parameters given from the question. Solution. Now, the parameters given to us in the question here, number one, they give us the volume of the oil drop. So we have volume of oil drop. The volume of oil drop is given to us here as 5 times 10 raised to the power minus 8 meter cube. And number two, they give us that onto the surface of clean water, it forms a circular film. This is the oil film. So it gave us now volume of, area. The area of oil film. Area of the oil film is given to us as 0.1 meter square. 0.1 meter square. Now, these are the parameters given in the question. So, how do we go about solving for the thickness? I would like us to recall. Let us recall that the volume of oil drop, is given as 4 over 3 pi r cube, while the volume of oil film, is given to us as pi r squared h. In this expression, the h is equal to the thickness of the oil molecule. The thickness of the oil molecule. Now, how do we apply this to calculate the thickness? Before we calculate the thickness, we should be able to know the value of r cube, and we should be able to know the value of r squared there. So how do we do that? Let's go over and see what we do to manipulate that now. Now, to solving this, let's take a look at this. Let's assume this to be the tray, the clean water in a tray. Now, if you drop here a drop of oil. Now, in the oil film experiment, we are told that lycopodium powder is sprinkled on the clean water. What will the lycopodium powder do? It will allow the oil drop to begin to spread out, forming a circular oil film. So what you see here is a circular oil film. So we have the circular oil film here. So I want us to understand that as the drop spread out, it forms a constant volume, meaning that the volume of the oil drop will be equal to the volume of the film, of the oil film. So if that happens, then we'll have that 4 over 3 pi r cube now will be equal to that of the volume of the oil film, which is pi r squared h. But we have it that the value of the area of the oil, but area of oil film is equal to 0.1 meter squared, and it is equal to pi r squared. So let us get the value of r from the area of the oil film. So to get the value of r, we have that pi r squared now is equal to 0.1. So we'll get the value of r. So my r now will be equal to 0.1 divided by pi, our pi. And we know the value of pi, that will be equal to 0.1 divided by 3.142. And the value of pi is 3.142, so we have 3.142. So 0.1 divided by that will give us 0.1 divided by 3.142, and that will give us 0. So the value of our r squared will be equal to 0.0318 meter squared. Now we've gotten the value of r squared. Let's go over to get the value of small r cube. Also, we have that the volume, let's come back to the parameters given here. Volume of oil drop is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cube. So now we'll come back to the volume. Volume of oil drop is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cube, and they said is equal to 5 times 10 raised to power minus 8 meter cube. So from here, what are we looking for? Our r cube. So our r cube now will be equal to, remember this expression here you have is 4 pi r cube divided by 3 is equal to 5 times 10 raised to power minus 8 divided by 1. So if we cross multiply, we'll have our r cube now will be equal to 3 times 5 times 10 raised to power minus 8 divided by what we have here is 4 pi. So that will be equal to 15. 15 times 10 raised to power minus 8 divided by 4 times 3.142. So let's get the value. So that will give us 3 times 4 points. So pi times 4. 4 second function pi will give us 12.566. So that will equal 15 times 10 raised to power minus 8 divided by 12.566. At this point now we just divide directly. So 15 divided by 12.566, that will give us, so the value of our r cube now is equal to 1.193 times 10 raised to the power minus 8. This is the value of our r cube. But that is not the value of the oil thickness of the oil. Now to get the thickness of the oil, but we have that 4 over 3 pi radius r cube is equal to pi r squared h. This is what we are looking for, the thickness of the oil film. So the thickness of the oil film will be equal to 4 pi r cube divided by 3. Sorry. So remember, the word of this expression is divided by 3. So if we cross multiply, we'll have 3 pi r squared h will be equal to 4 pi r cube. So this is what we have now, but this is what we are looking for, the thickness of the oil. So our h will be equal to 4 pi r cube divided by 3 pi r squared. So from what we have here, obviously you see that pi will cancel out. Pi will cancel out. So if pi cancels out, we have something like this. Let's complete it here, please. Now what do we have now? From what we have here now, the thickness of the oil film H will be equal to, so the thickness of the oil film will be equal to, what do I have here? Pi 4 times r cube. There we already have the value of r cube here as well. Our r cube, we got it as 1.193. So 1.193 times 10 raised to power minus 8 divided by, what do I have here? 3 times our capital R squared, which is 0.0318. So let's do this. So this now will be equal to, we have it as 1.193 times 4. That will give us 4.772 times 10 raised to power minus 8 divided by, what do we have here? We have here as 0.0318 times 3. That will give us 0.0954. So automatically the thickness of the oil molecule will be equal to, so we now have 4.772 divided by 0.0954. So that will give us, so Avia has 50.02. Now times 10 raised to power minus 8. Now this expression is the same thing as 5.02 times 10 raised to power minus 7 liters. So that is the thickness of the oil film. Now I believe this little explanation has done justice to that question. You can rewind, fast forward, watch, and make sure you have a learning out of it. Bye. Like the video, share, and comment. If you have any problem, just drop it there to be attended to. Thank you and bye.